All right, Berners faithful, welcome. We've got the press with us. Case, how are you, mate?
G'day, Mike. How are you? We've had the front bar, but now we're on the couch.
We are indeed, mate. I've just been thinking we've had the shit sandwich sitting in front of us, mate, for weeks.
Yes, we have.
And now we've been made to eat it, mate. What can you tell us about the wrapping up of season 2021?
Well, as most people may or may not be aware, today the EFNL officially cancelled season 2021, which it's not a surprise, but it was probably inevitable in the end after the COVID restrictions that were not released or relaxed any further this week. So unfortunately there'll be no finals football, no grand finals and anything like that. So we're all done. It was probably something we thought was inevitable, as I said, but still disappointing to be at this point. But hey, we dust ourselves off and we look forward to 2022 now, and I've got a lot to do between now and then.
All right, well, the question is, I suppose, mate, we had 6 out of 7 teams sitting on top.
Yeah.
Do we know what the league's going to do in terms of acknowledging where the team's finished?
Well, at the moment, we had, you're right, we had 6 out of 7 that were going to play in the grand final. Believe it or not, our reserve women, or development women, actually ended up, we thought they finished on top at Churnside Park, rallied around the EFNL, and through a little bit of, red tape, I suppose, they ended up finishing on top. Churnside Park on top of our reserve women. So we had our premier women finished on top, reserve women finished second, masters women finished second on the ladder, our reserve men finished on top, and so too did both our under 19. So 4 out of 7, and obviously our senior men weren't going to look at their finals, finishing 6th. So look, still a great effort by the club and everyone that put all that effort in. It's a big congratulations to them, but unfortunately we won't see them going around this year again, and the EFNL are thinking about maybe awarding minor Premier Cups, not Premiership Cups, just minor Premier Cups, just to sort of acknowledge a great effort by those teams that finished where they did. But more information will come in the next week or so, I'm told.
Okay, mate. All right, well, that's disappointing, of course, given where our teams were placed. Between now and, let's say, when the cricket club takes over at the end of September,
Yep.
I don't suppose there's nothing we can do. We can't get access to the rooms.
No.
So we've got AGMs. We've got what other things come out? Presentation night.
Okay, so now we know where as far as our football activity goes. We've got AGM in the middle of November. So to all our members, the date for that will be sent out through our communications. We'll have presentation night, hopefully in the second half of November. That was booked for the 1st of October, but in a bid to maybe make sure we're insulated, we did put a tentative booking in with the Box Hill Town Hall for the second part of November, so that may well come to fruition. The reason why we're sticking with Box Hill Town Hall is because it's 432 square metres. If Dan says we can have one person per 2 square metres, that'll hold 216 people. So fingers crossed we can still get there, so that'll be either the second half of November. And then as soon as we can, we'll have functions for our members, both 300 Club and all the other members and all of our players. Our players really need some sort of social event to put a full stop to the season. So as soon as we can, we will. We hand over to the Blackburn Cricket Club on September the 30th. So obviously these functions won't go before then, but hopefully we can work in conjunction with Joanne Bowler, President of the Blackburn Cricket Club, and all her committee, and hopefully we get access to the rooms once or twice over the summer months to sort of facilitate these social events, which would be great. All right,
mate. So I suppose from a playing point of view, the next thing is pre-season training.
Yeah.
Coaches. We've obviously got our coaches, well, not obvious, but we have got our coaches locked in for next year.
Our coaches locked in. All our coaches for our men's department are locked in for next year. So we'll be working the playing list in the next couple of weeks as well. Obviously, now that everyone knows where everyone else is, we can sort of go out there and sort of speak to our players, work at what they're doing next year. If we have to top up with any recruits, we can do that. The great thing about today's result, or not the great thing, but the positive, I suppose, it was a joint communication by all the suburban leagues, so all the Metropolitan Melbourne suburban leagues. So look, we're on the same boat. That's what we're looking at. As far as coaching goes, yes, BO is going to go around again next year. We'll chat to all his assistants. They've all sort of hinted that they're going to do the same thing again, but we'll lock those guys in. And then we're actually looking for a head coach for our women's department. Leanne Gill parted ways with the club a few weeks ago now. So Dave Johns and Scotty Chamberlain have done a great job as interim coaches there, getting the girls to where they were, keeping them on top of the ladder where Gilly left off. So we've got some people to speak to regarding filling that role in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
So I have some really exciting news for everybody in due course.
Excellent, mate. All right. All we can do, I suppose, is wait for Chairman Dan to say, okay, a little bit of freedom, and we'll try and get things moving as much as what we can.
Well, if anything, yesterday's results with Chairman Dan's anything to go on, I wouldn't be holding your breath, because that was really frustrating. And I think we're all over it. I'm over it. This year's been harder than last year, to be honest. And speaking to the other people of the club and everything, it's been very disjointed, which is not great for anybody. Our players have done a great job to stay focused and engaged. Our membership's been fantastic. Our sponsors have been exemplary. So, look, as far as all that goes, the club's in a great spot with as many people around us supporting us. So I'd like to thank everybody for that. But we'll just continue on, brush ourselves off, see what Dan the man says, and work with it. I suppose that's all we can do.
And I think it's worth saying that, we obviously are aware, our members, they didn't get last year, they've got half a year this year.
Yep.
We'll be certainly taking that into account when we review memberships for 2022.
Absolutely. We invest in those that invest in us. That's the go. So, look, all the members out there, we really, really thank you, because we understand, and we understand it's hard. No one knows it's harder than us. So, look, those that were with us, we will make sure you're duly looked after next year, and we look forward to a vibrant 2022 down at Moreton Park.
And finally, mate, let's not forget the sponsors who are stuck by us as well. Get on the website, onto the sponsors business directory.
Yep, absolutely.
All they want to do is bid for your business. So make sure you support them.
I mean, a lot of those sponsors be hurting as well. So,
yep.
If you can just jump on. Look, I've had many. It's been great, because I've had a lot of members this year call up. I need this, I need that. Go to the website. It's been really good. Also, too, a lot of our sponsors have just mentioned how many of our members are actually using that business directory. So please, if you can do that, if you've got any business at all, throw it our sponsors' way. It only helps them, helps the club, and it's great for everyone there. Just a bit of update on the infrastructure. Our lights now look like being done around the Eastern and Western Oval sometime through November.
Oh, okay, great.
So that'll be good. They were going to be earlier than that, then they got pushed out to February 2022. Now they're being brought back to about November. So with these latest bouts of lockdown, that may well end up in late November or early December, but we're on track to have those well and truly in place before football season next year, and hopefully even sometime through the cricket season. So Joanne Bowl and the cricket club can take advantage of that, the lights, and have some sort of night cricket as well, perhaps. Excellent, mate.
All right. We'll leave it go now, mate. We've got some barrel spins to do, because we've still got money to give out over the next 4 weeks.
Yes.
So stay tuned, punters, for a separate video coming up. You might well win some money.
Show me the money.
Good on you, Case. Thanks, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks.